I wouldn't take the Wiggins contract. That thing goes up. It sucks. It's like 3 more years, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, no thanks. Let me throw you some rapid fire guys at you. Just trade rumor stuff that's been out there. So Mark Stein's been reporting about this, like Mikal Bridges thing, and that Houston would really want him and New Orleans would really want him, but they're probably not getting rid of him. Brooklyn, it seems like they're going to move these other pieces, like Finney-Smith will go somewhere, Royce O'Neal will go somewhere, and those guys could help people for sure as wing players. But anyway, the fascinating part of it to me was this whole Stein report that Jalen Green could be on the table.
Oh, he is.
And that would be a means in order to try to, get a Bridges deal or like if you go big game hunting like that.
That's true. It's true. It's true.
You aren't surprised by that at all.
It's true. Yeah, that's been out there for a while now. However, like I don't think the Rockets are going to trade Jalen Green unless it's for a Mikal Bridges type of player. And whether he's available or not remains to be seen. And my impression is that Mikal Bridges from the Nets is not available. And the Nets are instead a team that wants to kind of maintain status quo and then add a star, which is why I mentioned to you like Trae Young for them, or why like if the Cavs obviously are rolling right now, but if they were to split up Mitchell and Garland at some point, one of those guys this summer. Just like I think the Nets are trying to position themselves for that next star who's available in a trade and not trade Bridges, the guy that they already really love.
Understood. Got a lot of these, when you were talking about Denver earlier or the Clippers, or there's a lot of these teams that are just, they ain't got much to do. They're going to deal in the margins, but I am fascinated by some that could augment their roster for the playoffs and some of the names that have been out there. We mentioned Monty Morris. We mentioned DeLon Wright. Alec Burks is out there, right, as another vet guy that's at the Pistons. Andre Drummond. Any interest? I saw a link to Boston and some of the other good teams as just another big guy to have on it. You don't care about Andre Drummond.
Just a big body.
They say he's still rebounding. What about Olynyk?
I like Kelly Olynyk.
Moves the needle for you if you're
Yeah, I mean he's a solid rotation big.
Who also stretches the floor too. He can play small, right?
Yeah, he's a solid positional defender. I think he makes sense for a hell of a lot of teams. Drummond is more like that. The big body that you want, as a bruiser, rebounder type. And Olynyk fills a bunch of different types of roles.
Those Brooklyn guys, Royce O'Neal, Finney-Smith, Dinwiddie, any of those do anything for you?
Finney-Smith does. O'Neal's like one of the better guys attacking closeouts in the NBA. He just does a good job hitting threes, attacking closeouts, making the right play. Solid defender, not a great defender. I like both those guys. The price on Finney-Smith seems a bit high, as has been reported, but I can't imagine the Nets seriously expect 2 first-round picks for him. That's unreasonable. There's no way they get that.
No way. There's a lot of smoke about the Mavs being done with Grant Williams, so I got to take it seriously.
Yeah, I would definitely take that seriously.
That has not worked, and they're ready to move on. Do you like
Remember early in the year, I think it was even preseason, the Kyrie Irving side-eye at Grant Williams?
Yep.
I'd say there's been a lot more of that since then.
You got one report out there that's Grant Williams for Bobby Portis, that kind of package. Do you like that?
Who put that out there? I didn't see that personally.
I think that might have been
I didn't see that.
I think that might let me go check. I think that might have been in Stein's little newsletter that he put out today.
Yep, Stein put that out there today.
Okay. So and Stein is Mr. Dallas.
I mean, it'd be great to take away Bobby Portis from Doc Rivers, that's for sure. Plays him way too much.
So do you like Grant Williams in Milwaukee?
Sure. I mean, I like Grant Williams.
I do too.
I'm just not sure his teammates do.
No, and it certainly has not worked at Dallas. Do you know Tim McMahon, the other guy that covers Dallas? Do you know who he threw out there? Which this is one I wanted to ask you about. He threw one out there when he was on Zach Lowe's podcast where I was like, whoa. Hold on now. Because the one team that I think we need to watch that is not being, like, their stuff's not in rumors anywhere. except for the fact that, hey, all our guys are available, is Golden State. Yeah. They've got one of the best 5 to 10 basketball players in the world. I just saw them in person, actually, over the weekend, and it's like, okay, they don't want to get rid of Pods. They don't want to get rid of Kuminga, but the rest of it, we could do what you will. And they're, to me, like kind of flying under the radar, but if there's ever been a try to build out to win now, like you have no window. Like this is the window, so you better go try to stock up if you can. He threw out there a Wiggins deal, maybe in Grant Williams, and I was like, what? That Wiggins contract is horrible. If I could get off that thing, I'd get off it in a minute, especially if I could get a player like Grant Williams level. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, the Wiggins stuff is floating out there. That's true.
Yeah. That's true. Do you think Golden State's going to, I mean, if they can move off Wiggins, I mean, they might be able to make some moves. I like Grant Williams there.
Yeah, I think I like Grant Williams, man. I just
hadn't worked.
Yeah, he was solid in Boston.
He doesn't make shots.
I think, and also like the three has not fallen for him as much lately for Dallas, and he needs to be hitting threes. I'd be intrigued by him with Golden State because the one thing that Grant Williams has not been able to unleash ever since he was at Tennessee in college. At Tennessee, he was a playmaking forward. He was a guy that threw the ball to at the elbow, post-ups. And my draft guide, if you look back on my profile of him, I think Grant Williams is one guy I got it right on. And one of the notes in there is that, hey, he could be a short roll, screen and roll guy, like playmake out of the short roll. Well, who better to do that with than Stephen Curry in that Warriors offense? So if I'm the Warriors, I would love to have a guy like Grant Williams and see what he could turn into in their system.
Could be a good fit for them. Yes. Yeah, he could be a good fit for them. And maybe you can revive Wiggins' career. Who knows? And honestly, like they need guys like Finney-Smith that just knock down corner threes. Like they got playmaking.
It'd be a really, really great acquisition, both those guys, if Golden State were to get either Finney-Smith or Grant or both of them in different deals.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm saying Finney-Smith was like perfect with Dallas and Luka. That's where we really started to love him.
So then get Wiggins in that role for Dallas, you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, he can't. I wouldn't take the Wiggins contract. That thing goes up. I mean, it sucks. It's like 3 more years, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, no thanks. He's just, since the finals, he's been no good. I mean, again, I just saw them the other night. I saw a great Kuminga game. Kuminga looked great in the game I went to. He looked like he was starting to figure it out. He's super efficient, had almost 30 points, and I was a fan for sure.
Getting good.
And I love Pods too, so I understand why they would want to hold on to those guys. But they're kind of a stealth one because Steph doesn't do the whole "you better do something," but they're crossroads right now, man. Like, you're really not going to be a playoff team with Steph Curry. Like that's malpractice.
I know it's a wasted year if they aren't.
Right. So, but in order to do that, they have to be aggressive by Thursday. It's going to be a fun trade deadline. There's going to be a lot of action. You could tell. There's going to be a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
With everybody dealing with the salary cap and the apron, the second apron, and also
it's more complex than it. It's always been complex, but it's even more complex now.
And then trying to decide whether they're going to be a playoff team or not for a lot of teams and a lot of teams that we've been used to for a long time, i.e. the Lakers and the Warriors.